how to add subtitles. Let's get right into it. So first and foremost, I use SubMachine. Now, SubMachine is a native add-on to Premiere Pro. You simply, purchase the subscription to SubMachine through Gumroad, and then you get the extension in your Premiere Pro. And this is what it looks like here. Now, I'm going to show you how that works. First and foremost, you're going to need a SRT file, which basically is a file that provides Gumroad with the text that you need for your captioning. Now, in order to get that, just go to text. Now, if you don't have text already open, go to Window and select text and then put in your workspace. From here, we want to create a transcript. So let's transcribe our video, and we'll allow that to load a little. Now, one tip I'd like to say or share with you is for transcription, and you want it to be in like a specific language, go to Edit, Preferences, then Transcription. Ensure that the language is set to the language that you want, and make sure that this is not checked, because sometimes if this is checked, it might detect a language that you don't want to use and just transcribe it in that language. Like I used to get, like in one example, German where I wanted English. So make sure that's unchecked. Now from here, since everything is transcribed, let's generate captions from the transcript. So we're going to want to bring this down to 7, bring this down to the lowest 1.2, make it single line, and then we'll start creating captions. Okay, from here, now we can get our SRT file. Okay, so I'm going to save this where I want it. From here, let's click on SubMachine, SRT, and then we'll select the SRT we just created. And now we're gonna select our Mogert. After you get your whole subscription to SubMachine, you're gonna get a file folder with all your Mogerts. Mogerts are essentially the building blocks to create those graphics for the stylized captions. Now I'm going to get that folder now, and I'll show you the Mogert that I like to use. I like to use Pod. Now this is very important. All of these are frame rates, so make sure that the frame rate that you're selecting matches the frame rate of your sequence. Now, if you don't know the frame rate of your sequence, just go to Sequence. Now, if that's blocked out, another way to do that is right click, and then, well, you have to right click your sequence, right? And then go to Sequence Settings. And then from here, you can see in your sequence settings what the frame rate is, or you can also set it. So here I can see 30 frames per second. So for my Mogert, I'm going to choose the one that's Pod and 30 frames per second. Good. Now from here, I'm going to bring the character phrases to like 15, and I'm going to create the subs. Okay, perfect. Now that that's done, I'm just going to give the very first Mogert some stylization. Oh, and on top of that, I want to hide the other captions. So in order to do that, just tap on the eye and it'll hide it. From here, click on the first, say, essential graphic, and then click on essential graphics. And then I like to change this up a bit. So for text, Choose a text that suits your brand. I'm going to just find a very simple and easy text here. Perfect. So I have my text. Now I'm just going to change up a couple of things. So line break after a number of characters, I'm going to do 45 so that everything is kind of in line. After that, just leave this fade text in on. And let me see here. The padding, I'll reduce to say like 40. Okay, so it's a little tighter. And then the background color you can also change. I'm gonna change it to some like a teal blue. For the fonts, so primary fill, I'll change that to like a yellow. And then this like say like a more faded yellow. Now from there, I'm going to just make sure that the timeline pointer is here. And I'm going to hold down and then just drag all the way to the end. From there, let's click on sync all to sync the stylization. And then you just have to wait. So as you can see here, it's loading, applying the stylization to all the other essential graphics. Perfect. So let's take a look now. Okay. So as I can see here, some of them don't have it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to read it. Like, I think I must have just gotten the bottom ones. Yeah, I did. So that's fine. I'm just gonna do it again. And then sync all. Right. So if you don't see it loading, that means it's not obviously syncing it. Oh, you know why? Because the cursor's not. See it. So I'm making all the mistakes that you shouldn't do. So another mistake, just don't make sure that your cursor is where it should be, right above the item that you want to change up. So two things, make sure your cursor is on the graphic that you want copied, like the stylization that you want copied to the rest of the graphics. And also make sure that you highlight both lines. Okay, now I'm gonna sync all. All right, now as we can see here, it's loading, which is a great sign. Okay, let's take another look. So from there, like I'm just typing home on the keyboard, so just quickly sent to the very start. Oh, look at that. Now it's good. The next thing that we're gonna want to do is press enter so that the preview is smoother. Now another thing that I do when it comes to these subtitles are I like to close the gaps because I don't like it when it does this flicker thing. Over time it kind of gets annoying to the eye and it can maybe even deter your viewers. So I just close the gaps. So I'm gonna do that for every single gap that I see. Perfect. So I'm just gonna close this out. I've kind of closed off any significant gaps. I've listened over to the whole video. So I'm gonna press enter again just so that it all renders and smoothens out everything. And I tend to, review it one more time before exporting it. Hey guys, in this video, and that's how you create captions using SubMachine. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.